made our first mission trip here in 2014 and instantly fell in love with the country. And we just knew right from that first time that we were going to be here long term at some point in time. And so we actually made 6 different mission trips, and we just felt like God was calling us here. And so we just decided to submit everything to Him, and He put it all together. So that's how we ended up in Haiti. I did my first sprint triathlon, which is a shorter version of a Ironman triathlon, and I kind of did it as just a bucket item list. And I got about 200 yards into the swim on the first one. I really was struggling, and I vowed I was never going to do this again. But after finishing and feeling pretty proud of finishing, the next day I was sitting on my couch, and with everything in my body hurting, every arm and ankle and knee and muscle, and I said, I think I can do this again. So I registered for another one 2 weeks later. And so from sprints, I started getting longer distance and more of them and more frequent. And I just figured, first go to the half Ironman. So I did 4 half Ironmans, and then I figured, well, might as well go to the full Ironman and do the whole thing. Training in Haiti is radically different than training in the United States. First of all, there's no gyms, there's no treadmill. All my running is done outside, so I'm completely subjected to whatever the weather conditions are. If it's raining, I can't run. It's extremely warm, extremely hot and humid, to where most people can't even run in this dynamic, and so I'm running out there. So I've had to change, especially on running, how I pace myself, how I watch my heart rate, my hydration, and everything from running standpoint. And then of course swimming, there's no pools. So I don't do any lap swimming. I can't practice my pace. I don't do any drills. All I do is go out into the sea, set my watch on GPS, and then it tracks me as I go, so I know how far I've been swimming. So training in Haiti is radically different and substantially harder than what I ever imagined it would be before I started this venture. But it's been good. It's difficult, but at the same time, I think it's really prepared me for what I will run into on race day. It means a lot, actually. An Ironman is such a difficult task on that day, and really we're talking a year's worth of training for one day. And so it really means a lot to do it, not only for myself, because I was not really athletic growing up, and this was something that I just started doing after I turned 40, and so it's really good for me to be able to push my body to do that, but also inspire my boys. I have one boy who's already done what they call a dip and dash, where he did a swim run, and now he did a triathlon too, a smaller triathlon for kids, and so now both my boys want to get into it. But kind of a personal story on this is my dad passed away from cancer, and he had lung cancer, and it eventually went to his liver. And on one of his final days, they were wanting to do one final treatment, and they weren't quite sure if it would do it or not. And they said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And he said, "I didn't come this far to quit now." And so when I'm running and I'm racing and I'm getting close to really struggling, I just remember my dad's words where he said he didn't come this far to quit now. And so now I'm on this venture, there's nothing that's going to stop me. And so on race day, if I'm 15 miles into that marathon and I still have that 11 miles left, I just remember my dad saying, I didn't come this far to quit now. And so that's really the motivation that I have to myself.